Welcome back to MBS Barbecue. Today we find ourselves doing a brisket on a Masterbuilt electric smoker, along with some fingertip ribs and some sausage. 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Welcome back. We're about to prep this brisket. It is a 12-pounder. So we're gonna do a little trimming. After the trimming, we might end up with a 9-pound brisket. Picked it up at the store. It's a prime brisket. HEB. So we're gonna see how it comes out, guys. Whenever you're gonna do a brisket like this or any kind of meats, make sure you get yourself a very sharp knife. I love that kind of knife. I've been using it for a couple of years. Does the job. Make sure you get yourself a towel. Dry the brisket up a little bit. There was a lot of moist in the brisket as I was opening it up. As you guys can see right there, I'm trimming the brisket, taking out that extra fat. That's between the fat between the point and the flat. Those of you know those two muscles on the brisket. So sometimes, to me, it is more difficult to do the trimming, the actual cooking of the brisket, because you got to be very careful with when you trim the brisket. If you don't trim it right, it just doesn't come out good. So make sure you get yourself, like I said, a very sharp knife. Remove all that extra fat. As you guys can see right there, what I'm doing, I'm digging in right there between the point and the flat, taking out that extra fat. This right there, there's no need for us to have that in there. It's not going to render with the barbecue pit, so it's just going to get on the way. Make sure you remove that. On the back side of the brisket, that fat cap that goes on the back, since it's a prime brisket here, what you want to do is you want to trim it maybe 1/4 of an inch. As you guys can see right there, there are a couple of spots where I actually dug into the meat, but that's okay though. Like I said, this is just for us at the house. This is not competition brisket. I was just playing with this. Like I said, the main purpose of it was I'm trying out the electric smoker, see how it works out. So be patient with the brisket. Be very patient. Put the knife where it needs to be removed and remove that fat, like you see right there. That edge right there, gotta go. That's the other side of the brisket between the point and the flat. Again, there's another extra layers of fat in there. Gotta go. Don't leave it in there. I don't like to leave it in there because, like I said, it's just not gonna cook right once you start cooking the brisket. So trying to remove as much as you can. A lot of people like to remove the point, separate the point from the flat. I don't. I like to leave it all together as ones. Y'all see that marbling right there? We just finished trimming the brisket, not barbecue style. I kind of butchered the brisket, but anyway, it's for just us here in the family tonight. So it was almost a 12-pounder brisket. Ended up being ended up removing almost about 3.5 pounds of fat and marbling and all that good stuff over there. Gabo, please take a good look at this right here. You see this? Yeah. This is what a prime brisket is supposed to look like. I removed a lot of the cap on the back because it's a prime brisket, so there's no need to have a lot of stuff in there. But when we put it on the smoker, we're gonna put whatever left over of this fat cap down in this brisket, should I say. We're gonna use just a little bit of cooking oil. You got that, Gabo? Just a little bit of cooking oil. Better not. Oh, cooking oil. The only purpose of the cooking oil is to let the rub stick to the meat. Now this is actually a pretty cheap one at Walmart. It costs about $3, $4. It's actually pretty good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna top it up with a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning on it too. So, and be very liberal with this. You know what liberal means, Gabo? Put it wherever you want. Put it all over the place. You know? Orange. Okay. And this is a little white. Yeah, then turn it around. And do the same? We'll do the same thing. And we'll do the same thing. Then you pick it up. You looking at that, Gabo? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna zoom in on this one. We're just gonna put a little bit of Montreal steak on it. Just a little bit. Give it that little coarse flavor on it. Tap it in there. Why do you have to tap it in? So it doesn't go anywhere. Oh. Yeah, you see that, guys? It gives it a nice flavor to it. We'll get some burnt ends right here. Okay, so we're done with the brisket, prepping it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw it outside. We're gonna throw it at the pit. This little electric smoker I got. Purpose of this video is to show how that electric smoker is gonna work. Again, it's been in there for about 45 minutes. We got a long way to go. I'm about to prep the short ribs, fingertip ribs in a second. Yeah, I can't see inside. I don't want to open it. Like I said, the temperature is pretty good. It goes from like 247 to 253, somewhere in there. Let me see what it is. 248. The only bad thing about these barbecue pits, I don't get the strong smoke on the meat like I like to if I use a regular smoker, but nevertheless, this is something that you can't go wrong with using this pit right here. I love it. This is my third one I ever had, so it's you see the smoke right there? We're using hickory chips. So that's what we're playing with today, guys. We got the fingertip ribs. Usually I would take the membrane out, but I'm not gonna take it out because there's not a lot of meat in here. These kind of like just kind of snack on. Overall, it's pretty good. I don't see nothing to trim. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and fix it so I can put them on the smoker too. With a little bit of cooking oil, coconut oil. And the purpose of, you got that? Mm-hmm. We're just gonna go with the Montreal steak.
But Daddy, is this like the other one?
Talk. We're not gonna season the bottom because the membrane not gonna be eaten. We're just gonna use the membrane as a way to kind of hold the whole ribs together. Same thing with this. This is gonna be done in about 3-4 hours. While the brisket still got another, what would you say, another 6 hours to go. It's been about 3 hours since the brisket has been in there. We're gonna hit it up with a little beef stock and some of the rub we used to put on the brisket. It's not gonna dry on me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just put a little extra on that just in case. Yeah, see that? Looking good. They're looking good. I'm at the point where you heat 160 internal temperature on the brisket. Just bump that up to 275. If within the next 20 minutes doesn't move from 160, I'm gonna wrap up the brisket. I really don't want to wrap it up, but if I have to, I will. Again, we'll see how it works out. What we're gonna do is gonna wrap up these ribs. They've been there for a while. They're done already, but we're just gonna tenderize them a little bit. The only thing we are gonna put in here, just a little bit of this mixture. Then we're gonna tightly wrap them up. Y'all see that right there, guys? Looking good. We're gonna throw these on the bed too. Best type of sausage in all Texas.
My tooth is wobbly.
He's wobbling?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, barbecue, it looks like the brisket stalled right now. I'm actually about 170. It's been at 170 for the past 45 minutes. 169, 170. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is wrap up the brisket, something I didn't want to do, but oh, well, we're gonna do that. If not, we're gonna spend an extra hour, 2 hours cooking this brisket. So, you see all the smoke coming out? Oh God, you guys can smell this, guys. It smells delicious. You see that nice bark? Smells good. There you go. Back in there. Let's wrap it up, put it back in there until we hit 199. We finally reached that 199 internal temperature, so it's time to pull it up and wrap it up in the towel. Oh God. We finally reached that temperature. We're gonna wrap it up for about an hour, hour and a half, and we're gonna be eating good tonight. There you go. Keep it that way for the next hour, hour and a half.
Why isn't there a lot of tin foil?
How does it smell?
Ah, smells like steak.
Let me see.
There's steams coming out of it. Like, Daddy, do you see it? It looks smoother than it.
Got it? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut it. Yeah, see how easy it is? No pressure at all.
Let's see inside it. Cool, it's pink.
Okay, we're done with it. I didn't get the ring. The smoke ring is very, very little smoke ring in there. But I expected that because I'm using the electric smoker. But let's go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and give this a try, Gabo. Very juicy. I should have let it rest about another hour, but anyways, 1 hour is good enough.
Let's see.
Let's go ahead and see how this brisket tastes.
Can I taste it now?
No, me next.
Delicious.
Okay,
Hold on.
Daddy.
I'm gonna slice it.
It's gonna be me
Daddy,
first.
I already know which one I want.
Me first.
Good, I'll pick the one I want.
Hold up, because I want to record you.
Me first.
Okay, I have two professional judges here. What's your name, Judge One?
Angel.
Angel. What is your profession? You're professional judge, right?
Taste it.
Professional taster. What about you, Kayla?
You already said my name.
Okay, what's your title? Professional tester, right? So I got two professional testers here. We're gonna start out with Angel.
Wobbly.
Go ahead, Angel. I want you to tell me what you think about the brisket. Kayla? Soft, juicy, tender, dry. What is it?
It's soft and tender.
Juicy?
It's soft and juicy.
Very juicy. As you guys can see, I can barely get a little ring in there, but that's okay. And then I got my point over here that I haven't even started chopping up yet. We're gonna be eating good tonight. Can't wait to start digging into this brisket. Forgot to do the bend test, guys. Let's go ahead and you see that? Now let's go ahead and put the poo test. There you go. This is the best part of the brisket right here, guys. You got it? Oh my gosh, look at that. Record it, please. You got a good shot at it?
Whoa, that's big.
Oh, wait. This is the point. Burnt ends.
Wait, did you just say burnt?
Burnt ends. That's what they call it.
They're burned?
Try this.
I think it's a little too hot for me to eat right now.
We'll put this back over here.
Whoa, the ribs.
Finger ribs right there, guys.
Drink.
See how you want one?
Yeah, I want one. Daddy, this is real soft. This is on my food. Can I try it?
Try that.
Yay, more food.
You like it?
Am I a little kid?